Hello, hello! I am so excited. Finally, after a long wait, it's here. Um, so if you have been following the channel or are familiar with kind of the titans of the wax canvas jacket industry, if you will, um, I posted a video in way early this year or last year. And someone said, hey, you got to check out this Tim Duck Denim. They are like top notch. I did a little bit of research and I said, yeah, that actually does look pretty legit. And I've got a black one and I've got a brown one, wax jackets. I liked the idea of a green one. But what I was not prepared for was the process. First of all, amazing company. The owner there, Jason, I had emails with him early after I placed my order. And then I checked in a few times because it took about 8 months between order and delivery to get this into my hands. Because what I know about this company, Tim Duck Denim, is it's like one person. Jason does everything. So he literally made this, like, at it with his bare hands. And so really cool stuff. So as we got near the end, we started talking about sizing, and so I measured some other jackets, and we went back and forth on a couple ideas, because he makes these to order. So if you want a longer sleeve, a tighter waist, a bigger shoulder, whatever kind of tweaks to the pattern, he'll just do it, and modify his standard sizing to accommodate you. And that's also really nice because it was such a long wait between the start and the end. I was a little bit like, am I even going to be the same size at the end? Thankfully I was, but if I had a fluctuation or whatever, Jason probably would have taken care of it, no problem. So after all the wait, which was worth it in my opinion, this came in today. So let me just tell you right off the bat, my first impression when I took it out of the packaging was, this is a Will's coat. It's not, obviously, but the fabric is indistinguishable besides the color. If it's not from the same source, it must be the same spec. So I was like, did I just find like the best wax jacket that you can actually buy? Because the Will's is an amazing jacket and I love it. I'll do a full compare in my next video, but you can buy this and get in line and you're gonna get one. So some high level stuff. You can see it's lined, so I got the lined version, and this is a, I can't remember, 18 ounce twill, which is then waxed to 24, I believe. So heavy canvas jacket. If I hold it up close, it's got the kind of suede Tim Duck tag, XL, made in USA. The liner's wool. It's I would call it a medium weight wool. Like it's imagine like a really heavy flannel, wool flannel, like that kind of fabric. It's not like a Mackinaw, like thick stuff. It's a little bit lighter, which actually I'm thankful for, because I think it'd be too hot. Because this is that heavy wax canvas. It's got the thing, but yeah, like, let's just like hold this as typical seam up. I mean, it's precise, it's clean, no loose threads. Everything is like, the fit and finish is phenomenal on this coat. So what I wanted was something, I like how my Will's fits, but I wanted something with a touch more room in the arms, because I have like slightly larger arms and I want to layer. I wanted something with the arms long, a little bit longer than my wheels, because when I'm like driving, it drives me nuts when the sleeves end like up here. So I wanted like a little extra length. When my hands are down, it does stack a little bit, but that's fine. So I'll zip it up. Yeah, this thing is awesome. I don't know how else to say it. Like, so we got the storm flap with some buttons. We've got 2 chest pockets, which again, like, they're nice to have. I don't know if they'll get a ton of use, but I love having the option. And it's got hand warmers, which here's a real treat. First time I put my hands in the hand warmers, I was like, what is that? They're aligned with the wool, the same wool as the inside. So overall, you know, like, it's a little bit roomier than the wheels, because that's how I wanted it. I wanted this to, like, you know, I can move a little bit easier. And this thing's so stiff right now, it's got to break in, but it's not like a super huge, like, overly crazy boxy fit. It's enough. If I've got a vest on underneath, which I wear a lot, there'll be tons of room. So this could conceivably become my 4-season work coat. I love the color, this olive, which, you know, it'll render as it does on the video. So a couple other cool little things. I love this. It's hard to see. It's got this diagonal kind of decorative stitching pattern, which probably serves some function, but also it kind of has that type 2 jean jacket vibe, because a lot of them have that diagonal thing. It's got like an aged brass hardware look, and the zipper is like a aged copper kind of look. It just all goes really nicely with the olive. The zipper is a single zip, so it doesn't have a double zip, but the jacket has, like, usually when I have a double zip, I pull it up about that far. So, like, it fits right. It's right where it needs to be. So if I sit down, it opens. It's got, you know, room to breathe. And the thing I like about single zips versus double zips is the double zips can sometimes be like fiddly down in the bottom, and a single zip is just as simple as it gets. But the way that it's positioned here was a great design choice, because it is just right where you need it. And, you know, and when you zip it up, and if you really want to close it down, you do the whole storm flap, and you might as well have a full length zipper. So, you know, again, like, great design choices. Like, overall, especially for the money, I couldn't be happier with this coat, because I think this was, like, when I ordered it, $475 all in, maybe $450 all in. And for a handmade of this quality and caliber and beefiness, so the Wills, I think, is around 600, maybe 650, 900 to 1200 on the secondary market. The Filson, you know, kind of tin line, you're in 400, 3 to 400 for a Filson. You know, and I'll do comparisons later, but this will eat a tin cloth for breakfast. Like, as far as if you wanted a heavy duty work coat, this is probably your ride or die, buy it for life, whatever. This thing should last an awful long time. You know, and I'm sure everything has its strengths and weaknesses, but from where I'm standing right now, this thing is, I don't know if you're going to be able to beat it, especially for the money. So yeah, that's like my first impression. Like, holy moly, I feel like I hit the jackpot with this coat. So kudos to Jason, and he's got a good thing going on over there at Tim Duck Denim. My only concern is, like, he's gonna just get too popular, and you know, I hope that he's in a good spot to either scale or do whatever he's got to do to run a good business. But man, Jason, this is awesome. So yeah, so next couple videos, I'm gonna do like, this is 1-to-1 the Wills and this, and I'll kind of show once I figure out like what I want to talk about, because I just got to wear this around a little bit. So I'll go through observations on what's different, what's the same, and just help anyone making a decision. And I'm saying this with coming from the place of, I love my Wills coat. Like, that thing is awesome. I wear it as much as I can. It's just such a great coat. But now I'm like, man, I love this one too. And I don't think there's gonna be a strong winner per se. I think that's gonna be an interesting take on a heavy wax coat, and another really interesting take on a heavy wax coat that hopefully anyone who's looking at these in the future can make decisions on. So I'm looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna pound this thing. So I've been doing a lot of weather wool stuff lately, and I'm gonna kind of meander my way back into waxed canvas for a while. Talk about that. I've got because it's also spring, a lot of rain, not quite as cold, so it's perfect season for kind of seeing how this stuff works. I don't expect too many surprises though. Like, I kind of know, especially if this is the same as the Wills fabric, which I think it is, like, I kind of know how it's going to perform, but we'll still, kick it around a little bit, get wet, do some conditions reports. So yeah, there'll be a lot to talk about. And then, as I'm looking at this kind of heavy waxed coat kind of pantheon of what I think are great companies, there's still one or two more I hope to explore, but I'm gonna have to find something that's like not gonna be a 1-to-1 with this, because like, if I have this and I have the Wills and I have a Filson tin and I have a Filson tin packer and whatever else I've got kicking around, like, I need to have differentiated coats. If I buy another one that's like this, then I'll probably have to sell one or something. And if I've already felt like I'm so happy with these, I got to find something a little different. So Heat Straps is doing some pretty cool stuff, which I find really interesting. So I might go more like their heavy insulated stuff, or, they just do some interesting experiments. So I want to keep up on that too. But back to this Tim Duck, man, like, if you're on the fence and we're thinking about buying one, I can say whatever hype that they've created or have in the community, it's legit, and this is the real deal. There's no compromises that I can tell on this coat versus my other heavy wax canvas coats. And yeah, I think if I had to say one drawback, it would just be the lead time. So like, you're probably going to be in for 6 to 8, 9 months wait. So if you want to get one this year, I would highly recommend getting an order in as quick as you can. So yeah, that's all I got to say today. And I'm sure there will be more discussion in the very near future. So thanks for tuning in. And yeah, if you have questions, comments, I'm really interested in what your thoughts are with this brand, with this coat, other heavy coats, how it compares, and then I'll do my own comparisons in the near future. So take care. Bye.